You ever finally sit down, like really sit down, and that's the exact moment someone yells your name from the other room?
Oh, yeah, every time. It's like the universe knows. The second I get comfortable, someone needs a snack, the dog's barking, or my phone's ringing.
Exactly. And that's what this podcast is all about. Those little moments between chaos and calm, where you're just trying to breathe, but life keeps happening.
Welcome to I Just Sat Down, the podcast for moms, women, and multitaskers who do it all and somehow still manage to laugh about it.
I'm Desi, mom, entrepreneur, serial enthusiast, and fully committed to figuring it out as I go.
And I'm Crystal, multi-passionate entrepreneur, mom of chaos, coffee enthusiast, and believer that a good laugh can fix almost anything.
Every week, we're diving into the messy middle of life: parenting, work, relationships, identity, all the real, unfiltered stuff that no one warned us about.
We'll share stories, a few hard truths, and definitely some laughs, because if we can't laugh through it, we might just cry instead.
So whether you're listening in the car, hiding in the bathroom, or actually lucky enough to sit down,
grab your coffee and let's get into it. Welcome to I Just Sat Down.
Hey, and welcome back to I Just Sat Down. Our favorite part of the podcast is when we do our rapid fire questions, because that's where the real unfiltered, don't think, just say it, rapid fire moments happen. In every episode, we're asking the questions mom never get asked about identity, healing, body positivity, partnership, friendship, and the messy magic of motherhood. Short, spicy, honest, and a little too relatable. Tune into this segment where we go through all of our rapid fire questions that, let's be honest, are never rapid fire. So
Never.
we thought that it would be fun to kind of go through all of, well, not all of, but some of the episodes highlights and that we would have liked to do rapid fire for, and kind of dig into those questions just a little bit deeper. So starting with identity and self rediscovery, like, what is one part of yourself that you're currently rediscovering?
I think I'm just kind of rediscovering what actually brings me joy. What do I actually love to do? Whether it's something for exercise, do I love yoga? I do. But I haven't really been going, and I'm like, is that because I'm just so busy right now and I just literally don't have the energy? Because anytime I do go, I'm like, oh my God, those reels of I needed this, and it was just me going to yoga.
Yeah.
That's literally how I feel when I leave there, right?
Yeah.
So I think, just finding the bringing the joy back into things. And right now that's really easy because it's the holiday season and that all brings me joy. So, but ask me again in January when I'm like, I hate everything.
Yeah, I think that's very much true, is finding the things that bring joy. For me, I'm just in this slow era, I feel like, where I'm rediscovering maybe my 10-year-old self. I have no idea, because I'm reading more, I'm doing puzzles all the time. I'm in bed by 5:30, just laying there. But also, I don't know if there's health issues, or as I'm going in perimenopausal stages of my life, my body just feels low energy. I'm getting headaches and this and that, all these things. And I'm like, is it the weather changing? Am I just not eating properly? Am I not drinking enough water? Right? There's all these things about myself that I'm in this. I turned 40 this year. So it's, last month. So I'm in this headspace where I'm like, shit, is this where I start to fall apart? And I know that this is where our bodies slow down. So I'm like, should I be doing more? And then I remind myself, we're not going to put the pressure on ourselves to do more all the time. We're just going to I'm just going to try to allow this stage of things to just progress and see where it goes. In this moment, as I'm talking about this, I feel really nauseous. I've been feeling really nauseous and headaches, not pregnant, just had a short period. And I'm in this okay, my periods are getting shorter. And then I think I'm done. And then all of a sudden I get a moment where I'm like, okay, it's not done.
Not done.
And I'm like, fuck, my body's just,
it's
telling me. It's telling me
Yeah.
to just slow down right now. And I'm like, okay.
I mean, I do have to say, I'm definitely inspired by the book reading. I always have wanted to be a book lover. And when I when I do read, I love it. I don't
Can't
know,
slow
like
down.
it's in my head that it's like such a waste of time. Like,
Yeah.
but I'll sit there and scroll on my phone for however long, right?
Mhm.
An hour has passed and I've done nothing. So,
Yeah.
like, so it's just like, I think it's just like one of those blocks in my head where I'm like, I don't really have time to read when really I absolutely do. But,
Yeah. It's
anyways,
finding that balance because I'll read a couple pages and then I find myself being like, because I
tired.
feel like I have like this attention issue where I'm like, okay, I'll read a couple pages and be like, oh, my phone, right? Let me just scroll for a minute. And I'm like, oh, I'm on a video, turn the phone off and go back to the book. Like trying to redirect
So true.
my head because yeah, I definitely feel that way too. Like there's times where I'm like, okay, how many hours did it just take me to read this? But then I'm also thinking like, yes, there's times where I'm so scatterbrained and I can take
Yeah.
those hours being like, what should I be doing over here? Wait, I need to go over here. And I'm taking all that time not doing shit, telling
Yeah,
myself that I need to do 25,000 other things.
exactly.
Right. So yeah, it's definitely hard to find that balance for sure. Um, what's your most unexpected personality shift since becoming a mom?
The mom rage. Sometimes I just like I think it comes with like that overstimulation. Like there's definitely like I know for me like family stuff when we all get together and like all the kids are running around and all the people are having separate conversations and like I'm like holy fuck. I don't know if I can be in this room. Whereas that never was a thing.
Mhm.
Like I thrived in environments like that. I made sure I was the loudest one talking. I made sure that the conversations were led by me, And now I'm just like, I just can't do it. Especially if like a child starts whining. I'm like, I cannot right now. Like this is way too many things. So I think that is it for me. Like that was a really big shift in my personality, just not being able to like regulate the overwhelm and I think a lot of the times that comes out as like frustration or tears. I'm one or the other.
Mhm.
You can either make me so mad that I'm going to cry or so mad that I'm raging.
Yeah. And it's good to recognize those things. I mean, like, those are our own triggers, right? Like when
Yeah.
something happens, like when a child is whining and when you're going, oh my God, just stop.
Stop.
Like those are
Yeah.
our own triggers. And it's like, it's hard in the moment to be like, why am I so bothered? Like that kid
Yeah.
is going through something. Why is that bothering me?
Yeah.
Right. And
Yeah.
maybe as a kid, you don't remember, maybe somebody was always telling you to like stop
Oh
whatever you
yeah.
were whining. Right. And
Absolutely.
like Corey does it all the time where he'll be like you don't need to be crying right now. Crying is not the answer. Da, da, da. And I'm like,
Right.
no, let them cry, let them process. They got to figure out what's going on, and they only need 90 seconds. Like whenever a kid's having an emotion, they need like 90 seconds to just like go through it. And if after that 90 seconds they're still like, then you're like, okay, now it's time to like get involved and be like,
Right.
what is happening? It's no longer
Yeah.
your trigger. It's there. Something else is
Something
going
going on.
on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
but it's hard. It's hard for sure to like allow those things to just kind of
Okay. That
take
kind of
over.
leads into a good question that I have. So, what grounds you when everything feels overwhelming?
So I think I've said this before, but a shower, like taking a shower when I'm stressed out. Obviously, like if you're in the middle of the mall and something's going crazy, you can't just jump in the
Going
shower.
home to have a shower, guys.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think redirecting the issue, whatever's happening around you is not your shit.
Right.
Um, especially when it comes to the kids. Like if the kids are arguing or fighting or having a meltdown and I'm like, nobody's listening. What are you guys doing? Like, let's just get in the car and go home because I'm over this shit right now. Like,
Right.
there's so many things where I'm a curse word mom. Like I swear, not at my kids, but around my kids. Like my
For
kids hear
sure.
me. They don't go to school and don't swear in front of their friends. Like it's not like
Right.
they're picking it up and it's a bad habit. I don't need to explain that shit anyways, but I swear. Like Corey and I both we swear a lot and
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I try because when I'm in the schools, I try to be more of a conservative
Of
voice and
course.
not have those
Yeah, yeah,
those
yeah.
bad words. But
I mean, they definitely slip. I think the other day somebody cut me off in traffic and I was like, "You fucking idiot." And Charlie was like, "Mom, don't say fuck." And I'm like,
you're right.
"Okay. Yep. I shouldn't say that."
But they are fucking idiot. Yeah, yeah.
Sorry. But They literally cut us off. And then this morning he's like, honk your horn again. And I'm like, no, no. I honked my horn because of the jerk. No one's being a jerk today. It's okay, bud.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yesterday was a tough day for driving. Corey
Oh,
almost T-boned somebody
absolutely.
unintentionally.
People are just they got their it's the holidays, right? People have their heads
Yeah.
literally up their asses. They're not paying attention to what they're doing. This was just a young guy who was just being a jerk. He was just in his Audi and he like cut in between me and another car and like I was just mad because it's literally
Mhm.
8:30 in the morning. There's kids everywhere. Like you don't need to be
Mhm.
driving like that. I understand you don't have kids and you don't care, but you will if you hit somebody's kids and have to live with that for the rest of your life. So I honked my horn at him really nicely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
Just a little beep, beep.
beep beep.
What is something that you miss about your pre-mom self?
um I mean, I don't know that there's anything that I really miss. I think maybe just like maybe not having to ask permission to like go places. Like, if Dave and I want to have a date night, we gotta ask somebody to watch him, right? So I think that's something that I miss. Just having, yeah, I don't really want to say freedom because we do everything with him. We just take him with us,
Yeah.
even for like a couple of the markets that we've been doing, like we just bring them along because I'm not going to ask my mom every single time, right? I gotta pick and choose my my days away, right? So,
Yeah.
so yeah, I don't know. I think it's just yeah, not having to ask for permission.
Yeah. And you'll get to that stage again where they get older and you don't have to do that. And it's,
Yeah,
a lot of the things change over time. For myself, I think it's also just like that. I mean, like I said, it's getting easier to just do it, but like getting in the car and just going if I need to go somewhere and do something or whatever,
right,
or not arguing with a 8-year-old that I just want to go by myself. And I remember my mom would say stuff like that, like, no, sometimes I just want to go get groceries by myself. And I'm like, but why? Like, am I a bother? Like, am I bothering you when I come? Like, I'm
right,
not gonna ask for anything. I just want to be there with you because you're my mom and I want to be there. And I try to remember that when the youngest is just like, can I just come in the car and go pick up my sister, or can I
right.
just come to the store for you to go get dad's whatever? Like, it's just like now I have to stop and remind myself and be like, I say no so easily, like I'm really good at it.
Yeah,
So now I'm just like, yeah, 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 it's fine. I mean, what is the harm in you coming with me?
yeah.
Like, why am I so bothered? I think I'm just so used to saying no.
I think too, it's just like, you now can understand why your mom wanted to go, grocery shopping by
Yeah.
herself, right? So sometimes
Yeah.
it's totally okay to be like, no, you don't need to come. You can just
Hmm.
stay here. But recognizing that and allowing her to come with you some of the times, like
Yeah.
that's gonna make her feel like like hopefully different than what you felt, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So
for sure. Like if she's in her jammies watching a movie, I'm gonna say, no, you're good. Like you're already cozy and whatever.
yeah.
I'd like to get into like the body positivity and self-worth. So
Yeah.
what's one thing that you refuse to say about your body anymore?
Um, oh, that's so tough because my body has changed so much since just I think like breaking my foot and stuff. Like I definitely the heaviest that I've ever been, but I just really just try and remind myself, like, if I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like, oh my God, like I don't love that. It's like, okay, then you're gonna have to do something to change it.
Hmm.
And then, still been a couple of weeks and I haven't been to the gym. So I think I just try and give myself like a little bit of grace and just realize that, you know, you're your own person. So if you when those thoughts enter my mind, I'm like, go change it then. Like
Hmm.
stop saying these things to yourself. Stop saying, "Oh, I don't like how I look in this dress," or, So I think I just like, yeah, need to remind myself that I need to be the one who changes it. Like, I'm
Right.
not gonna just, like, wake up one day and be as skinny as I once was. It's just not gonna
Right.
happen,
Yeah.
I gotta work at it and work hard at it. So, yeah,
Yeah. We definitely live in our own heads so much that it needs to be like, a positive place to be sometimes.
yeah,
And being so hard on ourselves and how we look is something that's so detrimental to our mindset. And for me, like, I feel like, okay, I've always been a curvy girl. Yeah, I was a lot thinner in high school because of people always telling me like, "Oh, you're so skinny." And like I never
And also
saw
you're in high
myself.
school, so your
Yeah.
metabolism is like
Yeah, and I never saw myself as a skinny girl. Like, I ever felt or thought of myself that way, but I've never thought of myself as like a bigger or curvy girl. I don't think of
right.
myself that way, right? And I think we've had this conversation in person before about like the body dysmorphia, but like the opposite effect. So I definitely see myself looking like, Khloe Kardashian some days in my head. And then I like will see a picture of myself and I'm like, oh, that's what people see me as. But also, do I care how other people see me? Because again, it's a dysmorphia thing in my head where they probably don't see me in that negative way when they look at me. Like I just saw it of myself
Right.
when I saw a picture of myself. Like when I look at you, I don't think any like I don't think about what your body looks like. I don't think about
Right.
like how your body is shaped, but that's me. You have people that have their own trauma with their body types that like somebody who looks incredible looks at themselves in the mirror and goes, "Ew, I look disgusting." And then they're looking at me going, "Wow, she looks incredible."
Or
And
she's
we
so confident, or she's
yeah.
this and that, right? I
Yeah.
agree. I think we're so hard on ourselves, and like literally no one is thinking those things,
Nobody really cares.
we're our own worst critics.
Yeah.
It's very sad to me how many times though a in a photo shoot, in a wedding day, that people say, "Oh, make me look skinny," or "Can you Photoshop off my fat?" Or, "Oh, I don't want to sit." And I'm thinking, I know why you don't want to sit, but like you're being ridiculous. Just sit down. You look amazing. But I would never say that.
Mhm.
But it puts me in an awkward position because I often have to comment on people's, specifically women, because that's predominantly who says it to me. I have to speak on your body and I don't want to.
Yeah.
But I have to say, "Oh my god, like you look amazing." And I do think that, but I don't want to have to comment on your body. So, it's like one of those things where it's just like, ugh, women, stop being mean to ourselves, especially to other people. Like I
Yeah.
think just in the industry that I'm in, like I understand that I'm taking photos of you, but I'm going to do my best as a trained professional to get the good side, get not that people don't have a good side, but you know what I mean? Like try really hard to, position you in a way that is flattering and is beautiful, right? And
Mhm.
I hope that you see what I see. You know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah.
hope that when you look at those photos, you don't think, "Oh, I wish that like, this role wasn't there," or, "I wish I was smiling differently."
But you have no control over that either. Cause like I'm thinking about how, like, yeah, I asked my wedding photos to be photoshopped and they were. And I don't know that I love the fact that they were photoshopped now that I look back at it because it's just whatever. I am who I am. Um, like it's whatever. But then, like, coming to do photos with you, I didn't have makeup on and I was just like in a chill headspace recently. And it was like, uh, I would have never done something like that before. And I'm like, I'm in a space in my own head now where I'm like, I love makeup. I've always been like a makeup girly. I'm getting better at reminding myself that I don't, my girls are very, very, they drill it into my head all the time anyways. Like they will constantly tell me, "Oh," I'm like, "Oh, does my makeup look cute?" And they're like, "Yeah, it does, but like you don't need to wear makeup. You're beautiful without makeup." And it's like I don't know why or who these little people are that constantly tell me this or
They
why
were
they tell
sent
me
to
this.
you.
Right.
They were sent to you.
But we only see ourselves a certain way and it's
Yeah.
hard growing up being told you need makeup to cover up your acne or your scars or whatever, and then years and years of trying to undo that. TikTok I think
Mm,
helped a little bit because you get these filters, you get all these things going on. And when I first started making videos where I talked about my flawed skin is what makes me unique and beautiful and I love and appreciate who I am, whatever, it was like so much positive reaction from that. And I'm like, people need to see more of this.
yeah.
People need like people in their lives to like enhance beauty by being your natural self.
For
As
sure.
I have a filter on my face in this video right now,
Look at
it
Pamela
helps.
Anderson. She was
Yeah.
like an icon, right?
Mhm.
And she has been, I mean, she's been scrutinized for not wearing
Yeah.
makeup, but like
Yeah.
she's just living in her own fucking skin.
Yeah.
Nothing on,
So good.
just
Mhm.
doing all of these things, doing press. She did a whole documentary where she didn't wear any makeup. Like for someone who has been in the public eye as a Playboy bunny, as, you know, the epitome of beauty
Beauty.
for
Mhm.
so long, like being referred to as like the Marilyn Monroe of whatever. But like for her to be like, no, I'm just this is it. It's just me going
Mhm.
on the red carpet with no makeup. Like there are thousands, and I will say this confidently, thousands and thousands of women who would never be caught walking down a red carpet with no makeup on.
For sure.
100%. You
Mhm.
know? So for her to do that takes so much courage,
Mhm.
and it shouldn't. It shouldn't even take that much courage. That's what
Yeah.
she looks like. She's beautiful. Like that's
Yeah.
just who she is, right? But we have such a hard time showing up just as we are, that like I'm proud of you for, you know, being able to step into that. And I really do think that the universe just gave you girls. I mean, you have
Mhm.
3 kids, 2 of them are girls.
Mhm.
I feel like there's a life lesson there. No,
Yeah.
you know
For
what I
me
mean?
and Corey. For me and Corey.
Yeah, there
Like
you go. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I have a friend who has 2 girls, and that was just for him.
we love that though. We love the life lessons and how they appeal to us. Yeah, my boy is the sweet boy who like was sent to me for that unconditional love for sure. I always knew I wanted a boy first, and then the girls, I'm just like, wow, like the things that they say sometimes and like how they react and act and whatever else. I'm just like, it's so cool to see the reflection of the way that your kids are back at you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes they're teaching us the lessons that we've taught them and unintentionally they're giving them back to us, and I'm like, oh, I guess I am pretty good at giving you advice sometimes.
Love that.
What's a body rule that you grew up with that you now reject? Is there something that like maybe more like a limited belief that you felt like whenever you were growing up that you had to be a certain way or look a certain way? Like I said about myself with having to put makeup on to cover up things about myself. Or a lot of the times it was like different clothing. Like I was always not sure objectified too, but more so like um it's just the limiting beliefs that like our parents grew up with, and like nothing against my parents for the way that they didn't know any different. That's just
Right.
even still they're still the same way that they say things, and I have to be like, you can't say that. You can't say that to the kids. I don't care if you say shit to me because I can block it out, but yeah, like covering ourselves up or dressing a certain way because you don't want attention, or dressing a certain way because you should look a certain way when you leave the house. Like our kids going out in pajamas to school, I'm here for it because I don't give a shit. I'm
Right.
not going to tell them, no, you have to wear you know, a nice outfit. Like for photos, it was like one really wanted to wear like a really cute outfit. The others were like, I want to just wear pajamas.
Right.
So the other one had to give in and be like, fine, but I'm keeping the outfit. I'm like, fine. Like, balance.
I think like appearance was always something to take pride in, you know, was taught like I always had my hair done. I mean, my mom is a hairdresser, so it was like I
Mhm.
felt like if I went out without doing my hair, and I have to say I had some interesting hairdos when I did them myself. Like I'm thinking like grade 5 to grade 8. I'm thinking like butterfly clips and very Mary Kate and Ashley.
Yep.
Whatever Mary Kate and Ashley were doing, I was 100% on board. I was trying to emulate that and do the same thing they did. Sometimes it worked great, and other times my mom was probably like, holy fuck, she used a half a
Literally.
bottle of mousse, and oh my god. But I think like I always took pride in like doing something with my hair, or like um I was never, I mean, I was, I guess, like a pretty big makeup girl back then. Like, I think I
Mhm.
just always wore makeup because it was just one of those things that was just like always like make sure you're presenting yourself well,
Yeah.
you know? Yeah, so I think that was probably something from my childhood that has come up now. I mean, sometimes I, drop him off and I'm like, my God, these people probably think that I just rolled out of a hole. But and then other times they're probably like, oh shit, where's she going? Right. So it just
Yeah.
kind of it depends on the day over here.
Yeah.
So
I recognize your effort.
I recognize your efforts always.
Good job. Yeah. Okay. Let's get into some motherhood realness. What's your motherhood weakness, but like in a funny way? Like I guess like for me, it's when I'm refereeing my kids. I'm like, nope, I will not do this. Nope, I'm not having this conversation. You guys figure it out. I'm not putting on the black and white stripes today. Like, we're not doing this.
Right. I think for me, it's probably just like I just get frustrated and I shut down. I like can't. I'm like, I'm
Mm,
not doing this right now. I cannot. So
yeah.
either, let me know when you've done crying and I'll be over here. I can't. So
What's a mom rule that you break regularly?
a mom rule that I break regularly. Probably the TV.
Yes,
Because I just
queens.
like can't. I'm like,
Hmm.
here you go. I don't care.
Yeah. What's a motherhood moment that made you cry, good or bad?
Oh, you go first.
The book that I just finished. It was not necessarily like a motherhood moment, but it was a family, and there was just the kid. Something happened with the kid in the book, and I was wrecked yesterday. The Last Letter by Rebecca Yarros. Like I just finished the book. I was like, I went and looked at all the TikToks afterwards about these people seeing like, oh, watched me read the last 3 to 4 chapters of this book. And it's just the emotional roller coaster that you go through. And I was so unwell. I'm like, I haven't cried like this in forever. And I was talking to Julia, she's in Australia, and we decided to start reading the book at the same time. She read it so much faster than me. She's like,
That's
she was,
okay.
yeah, she was done in like a week or two, and I took about a month. And I messaged her yesterday, and I was like, I'm on the last 2 chapters. She's like, brace yourself. I was like, okay. And then I literally like I couldn't stop. I could not put the book down. It was so good. And I haven't been an avid reader for a long time. I think the last books that I read were like the 50 Shades of Grey ones because of all the hype around it.
Yep.
I read a couple of Nicholas Sparks ones here and there, but like I enjoy reading as a kid. I stopped for many, many years, especially like having kids. I'm like, I
Yeah,
pick up
yeah.
all of the hobbies and see what I like and what I don't. So this could be hyper focus. I might not hang on to it for long,
Who knows?
but I have like a nice stack of books that I'm very interested in reading. I started reading The Housemaid last night, and I'm like, okay, these are the things that I'm trying to like get into and do. So I'm putting the phone down a little bit more and reading a little bit more, whatever. But yeah, uh, I bawled. The ending of the book was to do with the kids, and I just yeah.
I think for me, so we went and got our Christmas tree the other day.
Mm.
Which is so much fun. It's such a good tradition. I just love it. Like it's just so much fun. Anyways, we got home and where we used to go, they would drill a hole in the bottom of our tree and we would just like place it on this like little spigot thing. But like it never really sat right and it was kind of weird. And if they fucked up the hole, then you were toast, right? Anyway, so we got a new stand last year. And this year, when we brought the tree home, we had it in there and we were like trying to fix it and it kept like leaning. And a couple of times, like we had to like full on take it out, hang it back up, put it in there, get it all tightened. And we finally did that and it was finally fine. So we put all of the ornaments on. And at 1:30 in the morning, the tree fell over downstairs. So Dave's like, I think the tree just fell over. And I'm like, okay, well, like I can't lay here. I need to get up and go see. So we go
Mm.
downstairs, and of course, it had taken the entire base over. So there was water all
Oh
over
my
the floor. There was a couple of things that were broken. Um, and like, I am a very sentimental person. And there are some, I could cry right now, actually. There are some really important ornaments on that tree. Some from like my grandma, and just like things of like my mom's that her grandma had given her. So one of my grandma's robins, the one piece of it broke off and I was a mess. I was, yeah. And I don't know that that's really in motherhood, but like there was also like handprint and a footprint that I did in like almost like it's like a soft foam like plaster.
Okay.
and they got wet. So I was like, oh my God, like they were like sticky. And I was like, are these not going to dry properly? And like now I'll never get those back because he's never going to be that small again. So that was tough. It's all good. I went off to my Christmas minis and I was like, deal with this shit. So thank God for Dave. He fixed it all up, got a new stand, one that hasn't fallen over yet, so hopefully it doesn't. But it's devastating. I actually asked asked the little man what he wanted to do for color wise this year, and he picked red. And thank God he did, because I have probably like 6 or 7 porcelain angels from my grandma. She collected angels. It was like a big deal that I got them. And if I had to put them on the tree, they probably all would have been broken. So
Oh, God.
they weren't on the tree because they were white and they didn't match the vibe. So
Right.
thank God.
Oh,
But that robin,
that's
of
so
course,
hard.
did break. So it's still hanging on the tree. It's definitely salvageable. It's not like cracked in half or anything like that. But I also did lose some Jillian Harris ornaments. I'm a little bit sad about.
Yeah, it's
But
so hard,
it
especially
was a tough
sentimental.
one. Yeah. Yeah, it was a tough one for sure. So, what dream have you quietly put on pause?
To be a famous actress. No.
You and me both.
Um, that was like the dream as a child, I think. I don't know that I have. I feel like I definitely gone through life wanting to do things here and there. Like obviously I wanted to do YouTube for a while. That was one of my
Yeah.
things. And I feel like my dreams are always within reach. Like this podcast is one of my dreams, wanting to do this, and we're doing it. So I love that. Yeah. And then having my own business, not having to do the 9 to 5, another dream that I'm living. And I feel like I'm very much intentional in what I'm doing day to day. Um, and that helps with building that dream for me. Obviously, I my next big dream is at least $10 million. I feel like that would like be a nice comfy little pillow to sit on, and when I
Yeah.
get there I'll let you know, but we're still working towards that. How about you?
Let me know when you hit that 10 mil. I'm ready
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
I think you kind of nailed it, is that like there's not really uh, a dream per se that I have that I haven't tried to execute, at least,
Mhm.
right? I think we're both a little bit older, like entering our 40s. I mean, you're in your 40s, but I'm entering my 40s soon, and I think just like those big dreams almost become like smaller. I feel like you want to just like do well in the things that you're accomplishing right now. Like, do I want my business to continue to grow? Of course I do.
Mhm.
Absolutely. You know what I mean? And like, I think that will make me happy, you
Yeah.
know? Like, I don't need this like big, crazy, audacious dream. Of course, $10 million in the bank would be
Mhm.
chef's kiss.
Yeah. Like a compound. I'd love to do a compound one day so my kids have homes on land where they're close to me, so they'll never leave me, and they
I'll
just
never
grow their
leave you.
family right next to me. And I mean, yeah, that's my big dream, and I'm happy to put it out there because I believe that when you speak things into existence, they come. And it's not a dream, it's going to happen, and we're just waiting for that, time to come
Absolutely.
through for us. Um Getting into relationships and partnerships. Uh do you have a current love language, or is that something that you would like to keep private? Like, is that something that you're willing to share?
My love languages?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think, oh my God, what are they even again? Oh, I can't even remember.
Acts of service, gifts, affirmations.
Yes, I think acts of service is always kind of like close to my top, like I think that if, like, for example, with the Christmas tree, like I had a full day of minis and I was like, can you please just figure this out?
Yeah.
Um and I didn't even really say like, hey, can you make sure that this is figured out before I get home? It was kind of just like if you can, I understand it's kind of a two-person job. Like somebody needs to kind of hold the tree.
Mhm.
So I wasn't like really expecting that. And yet it was completely finished when I got home. So that was really nice. And then, Dave and the little man went to Home Depot to do this, and they ended up getting me like a little poinsettia that he put into like a pot that little man had like colored on for me and stuff
Oh
like
my
a while
God.
ago. We've had it for a while, but he got me a flower because he knew that like, the holidays mean so much to me. That was my grandma's ornament. Like it was just very special. So like receiving gifts is definitely like up there for me too. So I think it was just like a combination of both those things. Like my love languages were just like, oh, I
Yeah.
feel great,
It's very
So
thoughtful.
it's really nice. It was very thoughtful.
Yeah.
To be fair, I did kill the plant that was originally in the in the pot that he made me because I can't keep plants alive. It just is what it is. My grandma would
Same.
be
Same here.
not proud. I'll tell you that right now.
Aw. For me, it's actually quality time. So again, recently learned that after doing these tests.
Love it.
Um, but it is something that like it's not necessarily with Corey, it could be with the kids, but I just need to have somebody with me. Like when Corey's like home with me, I feel like if he's just like sitting there playing video games with his friends and I'm laying there reading my book, I'm just happy to be in the same room as him.
Yep,
Right. And
absolutely.
with the kids, like they can be doing their own thing as long as like one of them's kind of like near me. I'm I'm like I'm happy that way and I feel like fulfilled that way. Also physical touch because the hugging and I love all that stuff to an extent. Too much gets really quick
Yeah.
gets
I'm
overwhelming
like
quickly.
that around like my period when I'm so emotional. Like
Yeah.
I don't want you to ask me what's wrong because I have no fucking clue. My hormones are crazy. I cannot answer your question. Just wrap your arms around me, give me a hug, and say nothing.
Yeah.
Happy girl.
No words. Um okay, healing and self-awareness. What is a boundary that felt scary for you to set?
Um, Boundaries that feel scary. I think just like for me, it's just saying no to things that don't serve me because I have been a people pleaser for sure. I want everyone to be happy around me, right? But I think sometimes like it is just hard for me to say no. I think it's more so in my business though. Like I
Mm,
feel like for me in my business, like I really just needed to learn how to be like, you know what? I do not have the capacity for that this month. Like I had a couple of people ask me to Photoshop something, and I'm like, I am in the depths of Christmas minis. I literally cannot help you right now. If you would like, I will work on it when I'm done.
there's a group on Facebook that they can go to and just add their photo. People will just do it.
Absolutely. Just bye. See you later. Like
It's wild.
I'm not a Photoshop queen. I can't.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think that I'm sure it'll come up at some point, but right in this moment, I can't think of what boundaries are scary for me right now. I think maybe like stuff with my family, my parents, whatever.
Yeah. I don't
My
really think
my
it's a
family
scary
line.
thing either.
Yeah.
Say
Yeah.
no. But it used to be.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that. Did you want to do the actual rapid fire?
Yes, let's do it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. So messy bun or claw clip queen?
Messy bun. It's just always a scrunchie on my wrist.
Yeah, messy bun always. Most played song lately.
Oh gosh, Christmas music probably, but I love Teddy Swims. Anything by Teddy Swims, I'm belting out for sure.
Yeah, okay. I'm Morgan Wallen for sure. Anything by Morgan Wallen, I'm happy. Favorite comfort show?
Secret Lives of Mormon Wives right
I
now,
know.
I guess.
Yeah, that's what I'm watching right now too.
Yeah,
But Friends is always my comfort
right.
show. However, fun fact, I have literally not watched it since Matthew Perry died. I
That's
have
hard.
not been able to bring myself to watch it. I will though. I will. Rest in peace. Okay. Most used emoji right now.
Um, I like the matte red heart. That's my go-to.
Okay, mine is the drowning little face. I'm drowning in everything
Oh
right now.
God.
An app you can't live without.
My Stardust app for my periods right now.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's actually what I can't live without. But I would say Instagram for sure. I'm
Mm,
on that all the time. Bachelor Nation or Love is Blind?
Love is Blind.
Ooh, I'm a Bachelor Nation.
Mhm.
Cannot wait for Taylor to be the Bachelorette. So
Yes,
excited.
that's exciting. Yeah.
Home Sense Winners Run or a solo drive with loud music?
I'm gonna combine those for the loud music two winners. But yeah.
Two winners. Absolutely. That's a perfect one. Okay, silence or background chaos?
God, that's so bittersweet. When I'm by myself, silence. When the kids
Yeah,
are home, I'm happy for the. I love the noise because it means they're having fun and whatever
love
else.
it.
Like I've gotten used to that. Yeah,
Yeah. Last one. Would you rather bedtime stories or morning cuddles?
morning cuddles.
Yeah, morning cuddles all the way. The
Mhm.
best. Love it.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you so much for this. This was fun.
So much fun. I loved it. It was a good
Yeah.
one.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and we hope to see you next time. Have a fantastic day, and hopefully you get a chance to sit down.
Yes. Bye, guys.
Bye. Well, that went by fast. Kind of like every quiet moment we try to have in real life.
Right? I swear I just sat down and now it's already time to get back up again.
Story of our lives. But before we head back into the chaos, thank you so much for hanging out with us today.
We hope this episode made you laugh, think, or at least reminded you that you're not the only one trying to hold it all together.
Because none of us really have it figured out. We're all just doing our best, one cup of coffee and one deep breath at a time.
If you enjoyed this episode, hit that follow or subscribe button so you never miss when we finally get to sit down again.
And share it with a friend who could use a little reminder that it's okay to take a break, because she deserves it too.
You can find us over on Instagram and TikTok at ijustsatdown.podcast. We love hearing from you, your stories, your wins, and even your "you won't believe what happened to me today" moments.
Next week, we're diving into our year in review.
It's going to be a good one, so get comfy because by the time you finally sit down, we'll be right here with you.